Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no.
And so he pulls his dick out, right? And that thing was big, Tasha.
Most skinny men got big.
No, that thing was big, Tasha.
But most skinny men got
I'm gonna be honest, that thing was like fat, and it goes, here's the thing that makes it different. It goes to the left. It was for me, I loved it.
And me and him just been kicking it for a little while. And until about last month where I told him, like, he gotta stop living in a lie. You gotta stop pretending like you not gay.
This is serious. People have been hurt. People have been destroyed. Now you just want to be the lineup King Curtis, huh? How about we line you up everything you did with Soulja Boy?
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry? Music? Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. And so he pulls his dick out, right? And that thing was big, Tasha. Most skinny men got big. No, that thing was big, Tasha. But most skinny men got, I'm gonna be honest, that thing was like fat. And it goes, here's the thing that makes it different. It goes, to the left was for me. I loved it. And me and him just been kicking it for a little while, and until about last month where I told him, like, you gotta stop living in a lie. You gotta stop pretending like you're not gay. This is serious. People have been hurt. People have been destroyed. Now you just want to be the lineup King Curtis, huh? How about we line you up everything you did with Soulja Boy? Could Soulja Boy really be the one to expose Nicki Minaj's addiction? All because she pressed him about DL rappers on Instagram Live. You guys, this whole thing has been wild to watch unfold, because if you've been around long enough, you already know the whispers about Soulja have never really gone away. The speculations about him being gay, the rumors of him messing with men, the clips floating around online, it's been out there for years. So when Nicki put him on the spot and asked if he knew about any undercover brothers in the industry, it hit different. Now here's the part that made it messy. Soulja didn't answer like somebody who was chill and unbothered. He looked nervous, almost panicked, like he wanted to change the subject immediately. And Nicki, she wasn't letting him off the hook. The way she stared at him on that live, it felt like she already knew something. She just wanted to see if he'd crack. And honestly, that's what opened the floodgates, because once that live ended, people went straight back to the old allegations. Suddenly, Soulja wasn't just the guy known for crank that anymore. He was the guy everyone was calling out for hiding a double life. And trust me, that's only the beginning. Because the more you dig into these so-called rumors, the uglier it gets. Especially when Jaguar Wright, Vivica Fox, and even Soulja's alleged lovers start speaking up. So how did we even get here in the first place? Well, Soulja Boy and Nicki Minaj were on Instagram Live. Nicki straight up asked him if he knew about any DL rappers in the industry, and you could see it all over his face. He was not ready for that question. The man shifted, laughed it off, tried to change the subject. Meanwhile, Nicki, she just sat there with that look like, yeah, I said what I said. Now, let's see how you move. And to understand what I mean, just take a look and see for yourself. But do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry? Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. I don't know. We don't know about that. Okay, 'cause I do. You said what? Oh, I said. Now, let's be real. Nicki knew exactly what she was asking. This wasn't random. She used to date Meek Mill. And as y'all probably know, Meek's name has been tied to Diddy more than once, and not in the best way. So who's to say Meek didn't spill some details to Nicki behind closed doors? You couldn't tell me she went into that live blind. She knew the conversations people were already having about Soulja. On top of that, we've seen clips of Soulja at those infamous Diddy parties. Now, of course, let's be clear, Diddy hasn't been proven guilty of the stuff people accuse him of, but the speculation around those parties, it's been heavy for years. Now, here's the clip everyone's been replaying. Soulja at one of those infamous Diddy parties. Music putting you on blast in front of millions. Come on, guys, that's not just small talk. That's her taking a very public shot and seeing how you'd react. And that's exactly why Soulja's reaction looked so off. If he had nothing to hide, he could have laughed it off, made a joke, kept it pushing. Instead, he got tense and the internet clocked it immediately. Now, if you've been on the internet these last few years, then you already know the whispers around Soulja have never gone away. Allegations about him hooking up with men have been floating around since forever. And the wild part is, he hasn't exactly done much to shut them down. And every time he tries to laugh it off, the rumors just get louder. Let's not forget, Soulja even has an OnlyFans where he's catered directly to male fans. That alone had people talking, and it added more fuel to the story that he's not living the straight life he tries to project. And once that IG Live with Nicki resurfaced, the receipts started stacking again. Then Jaguar Wright jumped in. If you know her, you know she never holds back. She flat out claimed that Soulja and 50 Cent were messing around. And according to her, 50 is the one who introduced Soulja to that DL lifestyle. This is serious. People have been hurt. People have been destroyed. Now you just want to be the lineup, King Curtis, huh? How about we line you up everything you did with Soulja Boy? She even said she saw a private video of the two of them getting intimate a few years ago. Now, whether that's true or just her running her mouth, it definitely made people side-eye both of them all over again. Why did you go and buy them all off, Curtis? Wait, so you did a PSA on Curtis about him and Soulja Boy on the cover of, you kind of poking the bear there. I'm not poking a bear. I'm saying that he's a stone, and I've spoken to two men he's lived in sales with, and honestly, it wasn't even that far-fetched for people to believe her. Soulja and 50 have been connected for years, and their relationship has always been a little unusual. So when Jaguar dropped that claim, it wasn't treated like some random story. It was treated like confirmation of what people already suspected. And funny enough, this lined up with something Vivica Fox had hinted about years earlier, which only made the old XXL cover with 50 and Soulja look even more suspicious. Let's take it back to 2010 when Soulja Boy and 50 Cent did that XXL magazine cover together. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. 50 is standing in the back looking all serious and tough, while Soulja is right in front of him, shirtless with that almost innocent look on his face. At the time, people joked about it online, but looking back now, that cover has a whole different energy. It straight up gave off man and his boy toy vibes, and people were not feeling it. Then add Vivica Fox into the mix. Years after her messy breakup with 50, she went on interviews and hinted that there was something he was fighting inside. She said the reason he talks so much about gay men is because he might be dealing with his own confusion. And just listen to Vivica herself years after her breakup with 50, basically calling him out. What were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff? First of all, the pot calling the kettle back black is all I'm saying. The pot calling the kettle black, huh? Wow, that was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade. Pot calling the kettle black. So, you're not insinuating that 50% is... Oh my lord, please, what? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is over. Wait, Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating? Well, he gave you. No, he's not. We had a great time. But he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. But the internet didn't just stop at old magazine covers and ex-girlfriend interviews, because not too long ago, an alleged lover came forward with a confession that blew the story wide open. A blogger dropped a video of one of Soulja's alleged lovers. This guy sat there on camera and claimed that he and Soulja had a whole situationship going on. According to him, Soulja got his number through a mutual friend, reached out, and before long, they were hooking up in secret. He didn't just stop at saying they linked up either. He came with details, talking about how Soulja spoiled him with gifts to keep him quiet. He showed off a puppy that Soulja allegedly gave him, plus a Gucci bag. It sounded less like a random fling and more like Soulja was trying to buy loyalty. But here's where it got even more telling. The guy said he ended things because he couldn't handle the double life. In his words, Soulja was living one way in public while being completely different behind closed doors, and he didn't want to be dragged down with that. And honestly, that's what made this video so believable to a lot of people. Just take a look, and the man just been kicking it for a little while. And until about last month where I told him he gotta stop living in a lie. You gotta stop pretending like you're not gay, because it's been all this on MySpace. His manager may have been calling me because me and him had stopped talking, and I told him that I was going to block computer and, making the vlogs while they got this. So it is definitely real. It's just amazing because me and him was talking for a long time. He was talking about, getting a little mansion built down here, whatever, and I'm 19. I don't have to lie. We not even do that. So just let me know, comment, whatever. Any questions y'all want me to answer, I'm answering them. And thank you, Soulja Boy, for the puppy you bought me. She's very cute, but she's not my turn yet. But say bye, Soulja Boy. Say bye. Say bye. And that man wasn't the only one ready to spill, because the next alleged ex didn't just post online. He went straight to Tasha K's show and let everything out. William came prepared, and he didn't hold back at all. According to him, Soulja wasn't just curious or testing the waters. He was fully into it.